Hey Scorpio, I just sat down with my deck because something has been pulling at me about your energy lately. And honestly, when I laid out these cards, I had to take a moment because the universe is being so clear right now about what is coming for you in the next 48 hours. This is not one of those vague readings where I tell you something might happen eventually. This is specific, this is imminent, and you need to hear this. So I am pulling cards specifically about this confirmation that is coming your way, and about this happiness and this flight situation that keeps showing up in your energy. Let me just dive straight into what came through because there is a lot to unpack here. The first card that came out is the Queen of Pentacles, and I need you to understand what this means in your situation right now. This queen is sitting here looking absolutely settled and abundant and secure, and she is showing me that the confirmation you are about to receive in 48 hours is directly tied to something material, something tangible, something that has real-world weight to it. This is not just an emotional confirmation or a spiritual sign. This is something you can hold in your hands, something that changes your physical reality. What I am seeing with the Queen of Pentacles is that someone in a position of authority or stability is going to reach out to you. This could be someone in a professional capacity, someone who handles logistics or paperwork or official matters. The energy here is very grounded and practical. I keep getting the sense of documents being finalized, of approvals being given, of things that were pending suddenly getting the green light. There has been something you have been waiting for, something you applied for or put into motion. And this queen is telling me that the person responsible for approving it or confirming it is about to give you the news you have been hoping for. The interesting thing about the Queen of Pentacles showing up first is that she represents someone who does not make hasty decisions. This is someone methodical, someone who crosses every T and dots every I. So, the fact that she is appearing now means that everything has been thoroughly reviewed, everything has been checked and double-checked, and the answer is going to be yes. This is not a maybe. This is not a we will see. This is a definitive confirmation that what you have been waiting for is approved and ready to move forward. I am also getting with this queen that there might be a woman specifically involved in this confirmation. She might be the one delivering the news, or she might be someone who advocated for you behind the scenes. There is definitely a feminine energy here that has been working in your favor, making sure all the pieces fall into place properly. This person has been meticulous about ensuring that when you get your confirmation, it is solid and cannot be taken away or reversed. Now, when I connect this to the flight aspect you mentioned, the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that this confirmation is going to enable travel. It is like the confirmation is the thing that makes the flight possible. Maybe you have been waiting to hear if you can take a trip, if you can relocate, if you can visit someone important. Maybe you have been waiting for a job offer that would require travel or relocation. Whatever it is, this queen is saying that the material confirmation you receive is going to be your ticket, literally or figuratively, to get on that plane and go where you need to go. The stability of this queen also suggests that this is not a fleeting opportunity. Whatever gets confirmed is going to have lasting positive effects on your security and resources. This could mean financial stability from a new job. It could mean securing a visa or travel documents that open up new possibilities for you. It could mean getting approved for something that gives you more freedom and options in your life. The Queen of Pentacles does not deal in temporary fixes. She deals in building something sustainable. I want you to pay attention in the next 48 hours to any communication from women in professional settings, to any emails or calls from institutions or organizations, to any official correspondence. That is where your confirmation is going to come from. And when it arrives, it is going to feel like this huge weight lifting off your shoulders because you will finally have concrete proof that things are moving in your favor. The second card here is the Queen of Wands, and oh my goodness, Scorpio, do you see what is happening here? We have two queens showing up right at the beginning of this reading, which is incredibly significant. Queens represent mastery. They represent people who have achieved something and who carry themselves with confidence and authority. The fact that you have both the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands appearing tells me that there are multiple people or multiple aspects of your life converging right now to bring about this confirmation and this happiness you are about to experience. The Queen of Wands has such different energy from the Queen of Pentacles, though, and that is important. Where the Queen of Pentacles is steady and methodical, the Queen of Wands is dynamic and passionate and full of creative fire. This queen is showing me that part of what is being confirmed for you is related to your own personal power, your charisma, your ability to inspire and lead and create. This is not just about external circumstances falling into place. This is about you stepping into a version of yourself that is more confident and more aligned with your authentic power. What I am seeing with the Queen of Wands is that this confirmation is going to validate something you already knew deep down about yourself. Maybe you have been doubting whether you have what it takes to succeed in a certain area. Maybe you have been questioning whether you are ready for a big opportunity. Maybe you have been wondering if other people see your value and your potential. The Queen of Wands is coming through to tell you that the answer is a resounding yes, and you are about to get external proof of that. This queen also has very strong social energy. She is magnetic. She draws people to her. She inspires loyalty and enthusiasm in others. I am getting that part of what makes you so happy in the coming days is that you are going to be surrounded by people who genuinely celebrate your success and who are excited to see you thrive. This is not a solitary victory. This is something that brings joy to your circle, something that allows you to share your happiness with others who truly care about you. The flight connection with the Queen of Wands is fascinating because this queen is all about expansion and adventure and bold moves. She does not sit still. She does not play it safe. She does not limit herself to what is familiar and comfortable. So the flight that is coming up for you, whether it is literal or metaphorical, is going to represent this expansion of your world. You are going to be stepping outside your usual boundaries. You are going to be embracing something new and exciting, and you are going to be doing it with confidence and enthusiasm. I also want to point out that the Queen of Wands can represent you specifically, Scorpio. This might be showing me that you are stepping into this queen energy. You are becoming the person who takes bold action, who says yes to adventure, who trusts in their own abilities enough to take risks. The confirmation you receive in 48 hours might be the catalyst that allows you to finally embody this version of yourself that you have been growing into. Both of these queens together are painting a picture of someone who is about to experience success on multiple levels: material security and personal fulfillment, external validation and internal confidence, practical achievement and creative expression. You are not just getting one piece of good news. You are getting confirmation that multiple areas of your life are aligning in beautiful ways. Now, the third card is the Five of Swords, and I know this might seem jarring after two powerful queens, but stay with me because this card is actually giving us really important context about why this confirmation is going to make you so happy. The Five of Swords is a card about conflict, about winning battles, about proving yourself in situations where others doubted you or opposed you. This card is showing me that there has been some kind of struggle or competition or challenge that you have been dealing with. Maybe there were other people vying for the same opportunity that you are about to get confirmed. Maybe there were people who did not believe you could achieve what you set out to do. Maybe there were obstacles and setbacks that made you question whether you were going to succeed. The Five of Swords is revealing that you have been in a fight, and not necessarily a fair one. There might have been people who played dirty, who tried to undermine you, who spread doubt about your abilities or your worthiness. But here is what this card is really telling you. You won. Despite everything, despite whoever tried to hold you back or compete against you, despite the unfair circumstances or the doubters or the haters, you came out on top. The confirmation you are about to receive is not just good news. It is proof that you prevailed. It is validation that all your effort and persistence paid off, that you were stronger and more capable than those who tried to defeat you. I am seeing with the Five of Swords that part of your happiness in the next few days is going to come from this sense of vindication. You are going to feel like justice was served, like the universe saw what you went through and is now rewarding you for your strength and determination. There might be people who are going to be surprised when they hear your news, people who did not expect you to succeed, and there is going to be something deeply satisfying about proving them wrong without even having to say a word. The flight aspect connected to the Five of Swords suggests that you might literally be leaving behind a toxic or competitive situation. Maybe you are getting confirmation that allows you to move away from people or circumstances that have been draining or hostile. Maybe the travel you are about to do is taking you somewhere better, somewhere that appreciates you properly, somewhere that does not require you to constantly fight for your place. That would be incredibly liberating and would definitely contribute to the happiness you are about to experience. I also want to acknowledge that the Five of Swords can carry some complicated feelings. Even when you win, especially if the battle was difficult, there can be this mix of triumph and exhaustion, and maybe even some sadness about what the conflict cost you. So while you are going to be happy about your confirmation and your upcoming journey, You might also find yourself processing some heavier emotions about what you had to go through to get here. That is completely normal and valid. Allow yourself to feel the full spectrum of what comes up for you. The fourth card is the Eight of Cups, and this is one of the most spiritually significant cards in the entire deck when it comes to major life transitions. This card shows someone walking away from what no longer serves them, leaving behind cups that represent emotional investments or situations that have run their course, and heading toward unknown but more fulfilling territory. This card is confirming for me that the news you receive and the flight you take are part of a much bigger journey of personal evolution that you are on. What the Eight of Cups is revealing is that you have already been feeling the pull to move on from certain situations in your life. Maybe you have been feeling unfulfilled in your current circumstances. Maybe you have been sensing that you are meant for something more or something different. Maybe you have been going through a period of questioning what really matters to you and what you actually want for your future. The Eight of Cups represents that internal restlessness that comes when your soul knows you are ready for the next chapter, even if your logical mind is still trying to figure out all the details. The confirmation you are about to receive is the universe basically saying, okay, you have been preparing for this shift, and now here is your sign to go. Here is your green light to leave behind what is no longer working and move toward what calls to you. The flight quite literally represents this journey away from the old and toward the new. And the happiness you are going to feel is not just about the specific news or the specific trip, it is about the relief and excitement of finally being able to act on what your intuition has been telling you all along. I am seeing with the Eight of Cups that there might be some bittersweet elements to this transition. You might be leaving behind people or places or identities that have been important to you. Even when you know something is right, even when you are choosing growth and better alignment, there can still be grief about what you are releasing. The Eight of Cups honors that complexity. It says, yes, this is the right move, and it is okay to feel tender about what you are leaving behind. Both things can be true at once. The timing of this card appearing in a reading about something happening in 48 hours is really interesting because the Eight of Cups is usually about a gradual realization and a conscious choice made over time. But I think what is happening is that you have been going through that gradual process. You have been feeling into this decision on a soul level, and the confirmation you are about to receive is the final piece that allows you to fully commit to the path you have already been walking toward. It is like you have been standing at the edge, getting ready to jump, and this news is going to be the thing that finally propels you forward with confidence and clarity. There is also something here about trusting your inner guidance, even when you cannot see the full picture. The figure in the Eight of Cups is walking toward mountains in the distance, under moonlight. They do not have a detailed map. They do not know exactly what they will find, but they trust that moving forward is better than staying stuck in what no longer nourishes them. You are being asked to have that same level of faith in your own instincts and in the universe's plan for you. The confirmation is going to give you a concrete reason to take action, but underneath that, you are going to need to trust the deeper knowing that this is your path. The fifth card is the Moon and Scorpio. I need you to really tune into this one because the Moon is your card in many ways. This is the card of deep intuition, of psychic knowing, of navigating by feeling rather than logic, of trusting what lies beneath the surface. The Moon appearing in this reading is telling me that you have known this confirmation was coming before you even consciously knew it. You have been picking up on subtle signs and energetic shifts that pointed toward this outcome. The Moon is also the card of things that have been hidden coming to light. This suggests that part of what gets confirmed in the next 48 hours might involve information that was previously unclear or uncertain or deliberately kept from you. There might have been behind-the-scenes processes happening that you were not fully aware of, decisions being made that you were not privy to, people working on your behalf without your knowledge. The Moon says that all of that is about to be revealed and it is going to work in your favor. What I find really powerful about the Moon in the context of happiness and flight is that this card represents the subconscious and the dream realm and the parts of ourselves that operate outside rational thought. Your happiness over the next few days is not going to be purely logical or easily explained to others. It is going to touch something much deeper in you, something soulful and profound. This confirmation is going to feel like a dream coming true in the most literal sense, like something you have been holding in your heart as a wish or a vision is now manifesting in physical reality. The flight connection with the Moon is especially interesting because night flights, journeys under moonlight, travel that happens in liminal spaces between day and night, between sleep and waking, between one reality and another. I am getting that there might be something dreamlike or surreal about this whole experience for you. You might find yourself questioning if it is really happening, if this is really your life now, if you really get to have this thing you have been wanting. The moon is saying yes, this is real, and it might take you a minute to fully integrate the magnitude of this shift because it is so significant. The moon also rules over intuition and psychic ability, and I am being shown that you should pay very close attention to your dreams and your gut feelings in these next 48 hours leading up to your confirmation. You might receive intuitive hits about how to prepare, what to pack, who to reach out to, what decisions to make. Your subconscious mind is processing information faster than your conscious mind right now, and it is trying to guide you. Trust those sudden urges and seemingly random thoughts because they are actually your higher wisdom coming through. There is also an element of the moon that relates to facing fears and anxieties. You might find that as this confirmation gets closer, your mind starts throwing up worst-case scenarios or doubts or worries. That is just your ego trying to protect you from disappointment or change. The moon is asking you to acknowledge those fears without letting them control you, to shine light on them so they lose their power, and to move forward anyway with faith in what your soul knows to be true. The sixth card is the Three of Cups, and finally here is the celebration energy that matches the happiness you mentioned in your question. The Three of Cups is pure joy, friendship, community, coming together with people you love to honor good news and good fortune. This card is confirming for me that when you receive your news and when you take this flight, you are going to be surrounded by love and support and genuine happiness from the people in your life who matter most. What I am seeing with the Three of Cups is that this is not just your good news, this is something that brings joy to your whole circle. Maybe the confirmation you receive allows you to reunite with people you have been separated from. Maybe the flight takes you to see friends or family who you have been missing. Maybe the opportunity that gets confirmed is something that also benefits or includes the people close to you. Whatever the specifics, the Three of Cups is showing me that this is a shared celebration, a moment of connection and collective joy. I am also getting that there might be an actual celebration or gathering that happens either right after you receive the confirmation or after you take this flight. The Three of Cups often represents parties, toasts, special occasions where people come together to mark an important moment. You might find yourself being celebrated by others, being honored for your achievement, being surrounded by people who want to express how proud they are of you and how happy they are for your success. Let yourself receive that love and appreciation. You deserve it. The energy of the Three of Cups is so abundant and generous and warm. There is nothing stingy or reserved about this card. It is overflowing with good feelings and positive connections. This tells me that the happiness you experience is going to be big. It is going to be obvious. It is going to light you up from the inside in a way that other people can see and feel. Your joy is going to be contagious, and it is going to create this ripple effect where everyone around you also feels uplifted. In terms of the flight, the Three of Cups could represent traveling TO people, arriving somewhere and being greeted with enthusiasm and excitement. I am seeing possibly someone waiting for you at the airport with flowers or signs, or showing up at a destination and being welcomed with open arms, or the flight being the first step in a journey that involves reuniting with your tribe or finding your people. There is definitely a sense of homecoming here, even if you are going somewhere new, because you are moving toward connection and belonging. The Three of Cups also represents creative collaboration and working with others toward shared goals. Part of what gets confirmed might involve joining forces with people who share your vision, becoming part of a team or community that elevates everyone involved, or being invited into a circle that recognizes and values what you bring to the table. You are moving into a phase where you get to work and play and celebrate with people who appreciate you and who want to see you shine. The seventh card is the Seven of Cups, and this one is giving me some interesting additional layers to this reading. The Seven of Cups is the card of choices, options, possibilities, dreams, and sometimes illusions or confusion about which path to take. In the context of everything else we have seen, I am interpreting this as showing me that the confirmation you receive is going to open up multiple possibilities for you rather than just one single outcome. What I mean is that you might get news that gives you several different options for how to proceed. Maybe you receive more than one job offer or opportunity. Maybe the confirmation involves choices about where to go, what to do, how to structure your next chapter. The Seven of Cups is saying that you are moving into a phase of abundance where you actually get to choose based on what feels most aligned for you, rather than having to take whatever scraps are offered or settle for less than what you want. This card can also represent dreams coming true, which ties perfectly into the happiness and the flight themes. You might have been visualizing or fantasizing about a certain outcome or a certain future, and the Seven of Cups is telling me that what seemed like an impossible dream is about to become a real option on the table. The challenge with this card is not whether good things are available to you, but rather learning to discern which of the many good things is the best thing for your highest path. I am getting that you should be prepared for your confirmation to potentially look different than exactly what you expected. The Seven of Cups shows multiple cups with different contents, different possibilities, different visions. While you are definitely going to be happy with what comes through, it might not be exactly the package you thought it would come in. Stay open and flexible because the universe might be offering you something even better than what you originally asked for, just in a different form than you anticipated. The flight aspect connected to the Seven of Cups could mean multiple travel options or decisions about where to go. Maybe you receive confirmation that opens up the possibility to travel to several different places, and you get to choose which journey to take first. Maybe the flight itself involves choices about routes or timing or who to bring with you. The Seven of Cups is really emphasizing that you have agency here. You have power to direct your own path, and you get to select what serves your highest good. There is also a warning embedded in the Seven of Cups about not getting so caught up in the fantasy or excitement of all the options that you lose touch with practical reality or delay actually making a choice. Once you receive your confirmation and you see what possibilities are opening up, you are going to need to ground yourself, maybe make a list, talk things through with trusted people, and then decisively commit to a direction. The happiness comes from the abundance of choices, but the real fulfillment comes from actually choosing and moving forward with confidence. The eighth card is the Three of Wands, and this is such a perfect card to appear in a reading about confirmation and flight because the Three of Wands literally shows a figure standing on a cliff looking out at ships coming in harbor, watching their plans and efforts bearing fruit, seeing their ventures succeed. This card is about expansion, exploration, progress, and watching your vision manifest in the physical world. Everything about this card screams yes to your question about confirmation and happiness and travel. The Three of Wands is telling me that what gets confirmed for you is something you have been actively working toward and waiting for. This is not random luck falling from the sky. This is the result of effort you have put in, seeds you have planted, intentions you have set, and actions you have taken to move toward your goals. The ships coming in represent your efforts returning to you with results and rewards. You are about to see tangible proof that your hard work and faith were worth it. This card has such strong travel and expansion energy. The Three of Wands is all about looking beyond your current horizons, exploring new territories, engaging with opportunities that exist outside your immediate environment. The flight you mentioned is absolutely represented here as a journey toward greater possibilities and broader perspectives. This trip is going to expand your worldview in important ways and open doors that could not have opened if you stayed where you are. I am also seeing with the Three of Wands that this confirmation might involve international elements or connections across distance. The ships on the card suggest trade and communication with faraway places. Maybe the opportunity you are being confirmed for involves working with people from different cultures or locations. Maybe the flight takes you to another country or across significant distance. Maybe this news connects you with a wider network or global community. Whatever the specifics, you are moving beyond the local and into the international, or at least the non-local realm. The figure in the Three of Wands stands with such confidence and vision. They have done the work, they have sent out their ships, and now they stand watching their success arrive. You are being invited into that same energy of confidence and expectation. You know that good things are coming for you. You can feel that your efforts are about to pay off. The Three of Wands is asking you to claim that certainty, to stand in your power as someone who creates their reality through vision and action, and to receive your confirmation with the knowledge that you absolutely deserve it and earned it. The happiness associated with the Three of Wands is a mature, grounded kind of joy. It is not just momentary excitement, it is the deep satisfaction of seeing your plans come to fruition, of knowing you had the vision and the courage to go after something bigger than what was immediately in front of you. This confirmation is going to validate your faith in yourself and in your dreams, and that validation is going to fuel even more confidence and courage for the next stages of your journey. The ninth card is the Knight of Wands, and the energy just exploded with this card. If the Three of Wands was about standing and watching your ships come in, the Knight of Wands is about jumping on your horse and galloping toward the adventure at full speed. This knight is fast, he is passionate, he is fearless, he is ready to go. This card is basically the universe saying, buckle up because things are about to move quickly once you receive your confirmation. The Knight of Wands represents swift action, bold moves, enthusiastic pursuit of what excites you. I am seeing that the 48-hour timeline you mentioned is significant because once that confirmation comes through, you are not going to waste any time sitting around thinking about it. You are going to be moving fast, making arrangements, taking action, propelling yourself toward this opportunity with total commitment and energy. The flight happens quickly after the confirmation. The transition happens quickly. The momentum builds fast. This night also represents adventure and risk-taking and saying yes to the unknown. There might be elements of what you are about to do that feel slightly reckless or spontaneous, or like you are leaping before you have every single detail figured out. The Knight of Wands is saying that is exactly the right energy for this situation. This is not the time to be overly cautious or to wait until everything is perfectly planned. This is the time to trust your instincts, follow your excitement, and move quickly when opportunity knocks. I am getting that you specifically might embody this Knight of Wands energy over the next few days. You are going to feel more courageous, more willing to take chances, more connected to your passion and enthusiasm than you have felt in a while. The confirmation you receive is going to ignite something in you. It is going to remind you of who you are when you are fully alive and engaged with life. That version of you is bold and dynamic and unafraid, and she is about to take center stage. The flight connection with the Knight of Wands is obvious. This knight is literally moving, traveling, covering ground, changing locations. But it is not just about the physical travel. It is about the energy of being in motion, of being on a quest, of actively pursuing what calls to you. Even after the physical flight is over, you are going to stay in this Knight of Wands energy of continuous movement and growth and exploration. This is the beginning of a much more dynamic and adventurous period of your life. One thing to be slightly mindful of with the Knight of Wands is that he can sometimes move so fast that he does not pay attention to practical details, or he burns through resources quickly, or he does not think about sustainability. So while I am absolutely encouraging you to embrace the speed and passion of this energy, also make sure you are taking care of basics like checking travel documents, making necessary arrangements, communicating with people who need to know your plans, and not completely exhausting yourself in the rush of excitement. Channel the Knight's energy but keep one foot on the ground. The 10th and final card is Justice in Scorpio. I could not have asked for a better card to complete this reading. Justice is the card of karma, of things balancing out, of receiving what you are owed, of fairness and rightness prevailing. This card is telling me that the confirmation you receive and the happiness you experience are not just lucky breaks or random good fortune. This is the universe settling accounts, making sure you receive what you have earned, and correcting imbalances that have existed in your life. Justice says that you deserve this. You deserve the confirmation. You deserve the opportunity. You deserve the happiness. You deserve the flight and the adventure and the expansion that are coming your way. If you have been going through a period where you felt like you were putting in effort without seeing results, or like the scales were tipped against you, or like you were not being properly recognized or rewarded for your value, Justice is announcing that all of that is about to be corrected. The universe sees you. The universe knows what you have been through and what you have contributed, and the universe is now acting to ensure you receive your due. This card also suggests that there might be legal or official or contractual elements to your confirmation. Justice often appears when documents are being signed, when formal agreements are being reached, when official channels are processing your requests or applications. The confirmation might come through very official means, like a contract, an acceptance letter, a visa approval, a signed agreement, something that has legal weight and cannot be easily undone. That gives this whole situation a sense of permanence and security that should allow you to fully relax into your happiness. Justice also carries the meaning of truth prevailing and deception being exposed. If there has been any dishonesty or unfairness in your situation, if anyone has tried to block you or misrepresent your qualifications or play games with your opportunities, Justice says that the truth is coming out and it is going to work in your favor. The confirmation you receive might even involve certain people being proven wrong about you or having to acknowledge that they misjudged or underestimated you. There is a karmic satisfaction in that, which will definitely contribute to your happiness. The flight in connection with justice could represent a journey toward a situation that is more fair and balanced for you. Maybe you have been in an environment or relationship or job that was inequitable, and this flight is taking you towards something that properly values and compensates you. Maybe the travel itself is an act of justice, claiming your right to explore and expand and experience life fully. Justice says that you taking this flight and pursuing this opportunity is not selfish or frivolous. It is actually the universe realigning your life to be more equitable and appropriate for who you are and what you deserve. Finally, justice is a card of decision and commitment. The figure holds a sword and scales, indicating that clear choices need to be made based on truth and fairness. While you are going to receive amazing news and opportunities, justice is also reminding you that you need to be clear about what you are saying yes to. Make sure any agreements are fair and balanced. Read the fine print. Understand what you are committing to, and ensure that you are entering into this next phase with eyes wide open and a clear understanding of both the benefits and the responsibilities involved. So Scorpio, let me bring all of this together for you, because when I look at these 10 cards as a complete picture, the story they are telling is incredibly clear and incredibly exciting. You are about to receive concrete confirmation in the next 48 hours about something significant that you have been working toward or waiting for. This confirmation is going to come through official or authoritative channels, probably involving a woman or feminine energy who has been working behind the scenes on your behalf, and it is going to give you the green light for something that has real material impact on your life. This news is going to activate multiple possibilities and opportunities for you, giving you choices about how to proceed and which direction to take. You have already been feeling on a soul level that you are ready to move beyond your current circumstances, and this confirmation is the sign you have been waiting for that allows you to finally take action on that inner knowing. You are going to feel validated not just by the news itself, but by the fact that it proves you right about your own capabilities and value, especially if there were people who doubted you or competed against you. The flight that comes shortly after this confirmation represents both a literal journey and a metaphorical journey into expansion, adventure, and new horizons. You are moving quickly once you get your news, propelled by passion and courage and the excitement of finally being able to pursue what has been calling to you. This travel is taking you toward people and situations that appreciate you properly, celebrate your success genuinely, and offer you the fairness and reciprocity that you deserve. Your happiness over these next few days is going to be profound and multi-layered. It is going to be the relief of finally receiving confirmation after waiting and wondering. It is going to be the satisfaction of having your hard work validated and rewarded. It is going to be the joy of being celebrated by people who genuinely love you. It is going to be the thrill of adventure and new possibilities opening up before you. It is going to be the deep, soul-level peace of knowing you are on the right path and that the universe supports your journey. This is not a small moment, Scorpio. This is a major turning point, a before and after marker in your life story. The cards are showing me that you are transitioning from a period of waiting and preparing and sometimes struggling into a period of receiving and expanding and thriving. Everything you have been through has been preparing you for this, building your strength and wisdom and clarity so that when this opportunity arrived, you would be ready to seize it with both hands and make the most of it. Trust what is about to happen. Trust the confirmation when it comes, even if some part of you wants to question if it is real or if you really deserve it. Trust your instincts about which options to choose when multiple paths open up for you. Trust that the flight and the adventure and the changes are all aligned with your highest good, even if you cannot see the complete picture yet. Trust that you are being supported by forces seen and unseen, by people who care about you, and by the universe itself conspiring in your favor. I am genuinely so excited for you and what the next 48 hours are going to bring. This reading has such positive, dynamic, victorious energy running through it. Whatever you have been hoping for, whatever you have been working toward, it is about to be confirmed in a way that changes everything for you. Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to pack your bags, literally or figuratively. Get ready to say yes to the adventure that is calling you. Your life is about to get so much better, and you absolutely deserve every bit of the happiness that is coming your way. Pay attention to your dreams tonight and tomorrow night. Watch for signs and synchronicities. Keep your phone close because the confirmation could come at any moment. And when it does, let yourself feel the full magnitude of your joy. This is your moment, Scorpio, and it has been earned through everything you have survived and learned and become. Congratulations on what is about to unfold for you.